When was the last time you talked to Bruce Willis?
Holy shit, this is going to be another circle. So the last time I talked to him, he invited me out for drinks in Hollywood, and no word of a lie, we're sitting there drinking, and he goes, "Hey, Harland, I want you to meet somebody." Who comes over to our table? Patrick Swayze.
No.
Who we talked about earlier.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. It was a club right down, you know where Staples is on Sunset?
Roadhouse.
No, behind Staples there was this really cool bar. He had me come and meet him there. I'm sitting there with him, and Swayze comes over, who we talked about earlier.
I remember.
And that was honestly the last time I saw Bruce. And it pains my heart because of what he's going through now. He was out of all the celebrities and stars and actors that I've worked with, he was probably the most like charismatic star. Like he was just, when I went on that set, I didn't know what to think. I was, in fact, wondering if he'd even talk to me. And on day one, I'm sitting in the makeup chair, and he just comes right up to me, goes, "Hey, Harland, how you doing, man?" Like just warm and just, he was bigger than life, and I loved it. I soaked in all of it, and so it really pains me deeply to see his demise, and the stuff he's going through is really tough to see, because he was a bright candle. He still is. He's still alive. Could you give any
examples of some of the charisma and or the feeling you had from it?
He just had a way around people, around wherever he was. He sort of commanded the room. He, without trying to be braggadocious or everything just seems sort of natural and organic. It's going to sound like I'm name dropping, but these are real events. We were sitting in a bar one day in Montreal. Him and Matthew Perry and Alec Baldwin showed up.
Was he in the movie? They're just all friends.
Bruce?
Alec Baldwin.
No, he was just there shooting something else.
Got it.
And Bruce, and we're all...
Boss Baby, probably. Go on.
I don't remember, but Bruce was the star of the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Bruce just goes, "I got to take off for an hour and make $1 million doing a voiceover for a Japanese commercial." And it wasn't even braggadocious. It was just kind of like, he almost did it with a twinkle in his eye, and he literally did it, came back an hour later, and it was just like, he was incredible. Like, and he was just a winner, you know, like there was one night where there was a casino in Montreal, and he went out one night and won $100,000 playing
Baccarat.
They told me it was blackjack or craps.
Jack Black.
It was Jack Black. And the next day on set, we were shooting out in the suburbs of Montreal at a big house with a big driveway. And cut to around lunchtime, all of a sudden out of nowhere, a line of brand new BMWs appeared on the street, and they were coming in the driveway. There was probably 10 of them. And in between shots, Bruce had got every BMW dealer in Montreal to bring a different model out. And literally in between shots, he would go get in a BMW, test drive it, come back, shoot another shot, and all these car dealers were just standing waiting. And he went through all of them, and at the end of the day, he bought one with the money he won that he won at the casino. Like, just stuff like this.
Why do you need from different dealerships? Why not just have one dealership bring 10 cars?
Because you couldn't bring the whole staff up there, so he just brought one. And I guess he liked to wheel. Maybe they were from the same. I don't know.
Because otherwise it's weird that you're competing against.
All I know, there was 10 shiny new, and this guy, like, when most actors are studying their lines or talking, this guy literally, he'd run outside, drive, who knows how long he was gone. And it was like, but it wasn't, I'm not kidding you. You never got the sense that he was cocky or or braggadocious. It was so organic because he was like a real movie star. But he didn't do it to offend. He didn't do it to look down on people. He was a guy using his circumstance and people couldn't wait to line up and service him.
That's great.
It was fantastic. Like, just that kind of stuff was just, it was just wonderful.
Yeah, he's a movie star. He's pretty great.
He was a movie star.
Yeah.
You know? And one of the things that I really like about that movie is that, it's going to sound stupid and violent, but he shoots me dead in that movie, you know? It's a scene where he distracts me. Amanda Pete's up in the window and has her boobs hanging out. She calls me and I look up, and when I'm looking at her
boobs
naked, he comes out and you just see me like flying across. It was really cool.
Did you really get to see her naked, or when?
Yeah, she was naked up in the window.
But when it was your coverage, was she putting on pasties?
No, she had it all just bing bang booming.
Even when she wasn't on camera?
I can't remember that part, but I do know that.
Could you call her?
I don't know her number.
If I ever get Amanda Pete on,
yeah,
I have to remember to ask her, when it was your coverage, was she still naked?
Probably not when it was. What you mean, when the camera was on me?
Yeah.
No, I doubt it.
That's
because
what I'm saying.
It was at night. It was sort of cold.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. But the scenes
Good.
where it was on her, yeah, it was, you know, we were in the scene together, and it was like. But anyways, Bruce was just a real charismatic, you know,
likable actor. And
even the way
man.
he looked at people and the way he looked at women and talked to them was very seductive, but he wasn't being creepy. He knew how to layer things, and he just out of all the people I met, he just had the movie star kind of vibe, you know? It was really wonderful to watch and be around.
You like guy stuff, though, right? It's part of the generation that you grew up with. Would you agree?
How do you mean?
Like, you're a cowboy, you don't want to be emasculated, you know, men, you know.
Yeah, I love real men. I love Clint Eastwood. I love Bruce Willis. I love men that act like men, like tough, real men. Guy who can swing an axe and drive a fast car. And
will you tell me your thoughts on this Sean Connery interview? Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Oh, where he says he hits women?
Years ago, you did an interview, which may come back to haunt you. You know what I'm going to say, right?
No.
Okay. You did an interview in which you said, not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
To give her a good slap?
Yeah, absolutely.
What if she gives you a good slap back?
Well, then you get into another area. I mean, then maybe she's getting to like it, and then it becomes something else. I don't know. But no, seriously, I think that it's the last resort. He's not going to do it because he wants to do it. Huh?
Wait till people see this interview. Are you going to get mail?
Might get some female.
Years ago, you did an interview.
What is your thought on that?
Well, you know, I have 4 sisters, and yeah, the concept of hitting a woman that's a big no for me.
All right.
But that being said, everyone's reality is different. Obviously, his reality is something different. His experience is something different. But in where I come from, should never hit a woman. Now, what might have been a better approach is he should have said maybe he's had the urge, but you don't follow through with it because it's a woman. Now, if a woman assaults you, that's a different story. If she hits you first, we are allowed in this country under the rule of law to defend ourselves.
Absolutely.
But yeah, hitting a woman.
So you're all for hitting a woman who is hitting you?
Oh, if I was attacked by a woman, like she was pummeling me, a woman. Don't make any. A woman can kill a man.
That's
just
right.
as easily as a man can kill a woman.
Sometimes just with a stern look.
Yeah. But what I do respect about that guy, I don't respect any of the violence towards women, but isn't it in today's world to hear someone completely being honest and unfiltered? Now, unfortunately, it's in regards to hitting a woman, which isn't a great arena.
Correct.
But boy, oh boy, these days, the guy. At least Here's what I say about honesty. At least you know who a person is, what they're made of, and what they're about. Now, most people probably disagree and don't like that interview or what he said. But that's the beauty of honesty, is you really get to find out about people and make your own decisions. Whereas today I feel like we live in a world where everything's smoke and mirrors and lies and deflecting and untruths, and they don't even use the word lie anymore. Now it's like, well, that was a little bit of an untruth I told, or I don't remember. It's.
I've never heard anybody say that.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah, there's different words for lying now, and so it's just. So there's something refreshing about hearing any human being be totally forthcoming, regardless of the topic. But
Fifth Coming, if the week starts on Sunday,
or The Fifth Element, which was one of his.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, never violence on
Hudson
a woman.
Hawk.
No thanks, I'm straight.
Do you remember the movie Hudson Hawk?
I remember the big controversy about they had to fill in his hair. It was early in the CGI world, and Bruce was so paranoid because that was the movie where he was starting to go bald.
Oh.
And they had to spend a fortune going into every scene and digitally putting hair on him, and it would cost them a fortune to do it back then.
Meanwhile, while they're all working on it, they just look out back and he's test driving, different
BMWs.
Mercedes on
and that
film.
movie was a huge bomb, unfortunately. Hudson Hawk.
I remember there was a Nintendo game for it though, and I had it.
Wow.
I liked that movie. Who he was great in, pretty much everything. But it's a unique character to his catalog. Is Death Becomes Her.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Goldie
like
on
that.
Mellow Street.
I didn't like that one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the girl from Blue Velvet
With the black hair.
Yeah. What's her name? Bergman. So was it
Candace Bergman is
No, it was
Boston Legal in the other show.
It's some Hollywood legend's daughter. What was
Murphy
her
Brown.
name? Anyways, yeah, I didn't love that movie, but it was interesting.
I see. Are there any movies that you like where the leads are women? Because it seems like maybe not.
Oh yeah, I love a strong organic woman when it's organic, like the first Wonder Woman movie. Wonderful.
You're talking about the first Wonderful? Yeah, but you know who the best? But you know who made that movie is Chris Pine.
Yeah, but I liked Gal Gadot. I thought
she's fantastic. But
Yeah.
Chris Pine, without Chris Pine, that movie doesn't work. IMO.
Okay. Well, I also love the girl in the Terminator movies, Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton's fantastic, and Sarah Connor is a huge part of those movies. But that movie was starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and sub-starring Robert Patrick for Terminator
Right, but
2.
what was your question, though?
Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep, two strong black women that led the movie, and Bruce Willis was probably third on the call sheet. Yeah, I didn't like it.
I
because
see.
two women were in charge of the movie. Do you like The First Wives Club?
Not really.
Love Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
Bette Midler.
I loved Out of Africa with Meryl Streep. She was the star over Robert Redford. He was the co-star.
I don't know that movie.
Oh, my God. It's probably one of her best performances.
What's it called?
Out of Africa.
Toto.
Oh, no, now you're thinking Wizard of Oz. This is Out of Africa, not out of Kansas.
Cans this.
Hilarious. Ass. No. Hilarious.
Who'd you vote for this year for the presidency?
Trump.
Scoot doo. blubbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah. Skitty bitty